Boston, Massachusetts broke the world record for the most jack-o'-lanterns lit at the same time, a whopping 30,128. That may seem like a lot of pumpkin, but it's just a fraction. 1 billion pounds of the symbolic gourd are grown in America every Halloween season. And almost half of those pumpkins, about 490 million pounds, come from Fry Farms in Keens, Illinois. Every spring, Fry Farms begins prepping for the fall season.
We've got very non-intrusive farming practices. There's no disking involved in many of our no-till fields, which helps with erosion from rainfall. The pumpkins are actually direct seeded into a bed of whatever was left over from the previous year, whether it be corn trash or bean trash, whatever is left on the land, and we'll drill directly into that.
Fry's farming practices aim to reduce stress on the pumpkins and encourage healthy growth.
Once we do have the seed planted, we then begin to do two things. We begin by cultivating and try to control the weed pressure. And then also, we also add fertilizer as the plants begin to grow. We will begin to see them vine out, and then we will start to see flowers. And at that time, we add bees for pollination. Usually it is about 1 hive for every 2 acres.
By late summer, the canopy and vines lay down in the fields, and the mature pumpkins are ready for harvest. Workers use pruning shears to detach each one from its vine. And just like cutting up a jack, they've carved up 20 old buses to hold the ripe fruit out of the field.
If you notice, we don't have $75,000 tractors pulling massive trailers to harvest things out of the field. We're converting school buses that cost $3,000 to $5,000, and we're cutting the sides out and making them not only the pulling mode of transportation, but also the harvest wagon.
During the Halloween season, Fry Farms Produce Headquarters ships pumpkins to strategically placed distribution centers all over the United States. Millions of these pumpkins will be gutted, carved, lit up, and displayed in the days leading up to Halloween. The ritual of crafting jack-o'-lanterns dates back as early as the 17th century in Britain and Ireland, where people often made lanterns out of hardy vegetables, like this hapless little beet. Others carved cabbages, and even turnips. But these lanterns were associated with harvesting long before they were connected with Halloween. Tom Nardone, author of the best-selling book Extreme Pumpkins, is retooling the standard approach to carving the bright orange squash.
I got started carving these pumpkins because I really got sick of seeing these terrible painted pumpkins you see at the grocery store. You know, they have like Casper the Ghost painted on them. Like, that's not scary. We decided that was Halloween. Halloween to me was, you know, fun and scary and adventurous.
Nardone's crusade is to take back October 31st from the goody-goodies, with tricked-out pumpkins sporting everything from blood to radioactive waste. These ain't your daddy's jack-o'-lanterns. Inside Tom's mad laboratory, his 750-square-foot garage, he's crafting one of his signature creations, the puking pumpkin.
This is really easy. If you guys are at a pumpkin carving party and you don't really want to carve pumpkins, but you have to, just make one of these. Okay, squinted eyes, big nostrils because you want some of the vomit to come out the nose, and then a big giant mouth. And then what you do is you carve the pumpkin and you just pull all the seeds and guts out of the mouth. So easy.
The puking pumpkin's charm is in the guts, but some pumpkin patterns require an empty gourd. For those, Nardone invented a nifty gadget dubbed the goober.
Most people use an ice cream scoop or a little scoop to scoop out the goop inside the pumpkin, but I made this thing. So it just spins around and scrapes the inside of the pumpkin, gets all the guts out.
This is just one of the power tools Nardone uses to shave time and energy from the carving process.
This is my favorite, and the tool I use most, the jigsaw. Just going to do most of the cuts. I try to do the delicate stuff first, so I'm going to do all these flames, start at the bottom and go up. Then I'll do the face, just like a powered version of one of those kids' little pumpkin carving tools.
For large jobs, like stem removal, Nardone prefers the reciprocating saw.
I I use it when the going gets tough, and in this case, around the stem, it's really woody, so this will take care of that in no time.
And when he needs to skin a pumpkin, Tom breaks out a device usually reserved for delicate woodworking, a Dremel tool.
So it spins real fast, and this is actually called the pumpkin carving bit, if you believe that. When you shave just the skin away, the light will shine through there quite well, because pumpkins are mostly water. So then you'll get 3 different shades, white, yellow, orange, is what you'll get when you light it.
Every year, Nardone invents new gear to jack up his jacks. A sump pump allows for continuous projectile vomiting. This pumpkin, fired up with old furnace parts, needs 10 feet of tree clearance prior to ignition. Nardone contends anyone can carve up a pumpkin to suit their tastes, scare their neighbors, and impress their friends. And how's this designed for scary?
Yeah, you know, sometimes if you're doing like a real person's face, not some sort of mutant weirdo like this one, you want to make the nostrils round. In general, if you want to make someone's face ugly, you make it not symmetric. I never beat myself up if the design's not going right. It's a $5 pumpkin. I just make another one.
Another Halloween classic emerges from this factory. A confection so inextricably linked with the occasion that Halloween accounts for 3/4 of its sales. Any guesses what it is? In 2007, Joe Jutras of Rhode Island grew the biggest pumpkin ever recorded, 1,689 pounds. Jutras' giant pumpkin beat the previous record set in 2006 by 187 pounds. Halloween Tech will return on Modern Marvels.